the Indiana Fever are that golden destination, and I can't help but laugh to the fans and the people online and the media commentators, unfortunately, who said that nobody wanted to play in Indiana. That doesn't make any sense.
Sheryl Swoopes couldn't have been more off the mark. Not long ago, she boldly claimed that Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever wouldn't be able to draw top free agents. Fast forward a few months, and Indiana just pulled off one of the most successful free agency runs in WNBA history. Meanwhile, Swoopes' predictions have completely fallen apart. At this point, it's hard to take her seriously. Every take seems to miss the mark. Someone might want to check in on her because the Fever's moves just shattered whatever credibility she had left.
People in the Fever were like,
that's not my point. There's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some new shit going on around there.
It's a lot. Yeah. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't
want to be here.
This is where I want to be.
Let's take a moment to put things in perspective. Yes, Sheryl Swoopes is a Hall of Famer and a legend in the game, but lately, she's been more focused on doubting Caitlin Clark than anything else. She's been doubling down on bad takes, insisting the Fever wouldn't attract top talent due to so-called locker room issues. And yet, here we are, free agency is over, the contracts are signed, and Indiana has built a powerhouse. Meanwhile, Sheryl is on the sidelines, pretending she didn't just completely miss the mark again.
Stephanie White came in and said, okay, hold up. Let me go to Indeed.com and Indeed get some free agents to come in here that want to play, that are accomplished, seasoned veterans. She did all that. Cheryl's been nowhere to been found. Sheryl got a lot of crow to eat, folks. Sheryl could be choking on crow right now. She need that Heimlich maneuver. If you see Sheryl Swoopes, tell her it's okay to come out and talk and say, man, you was wrong. It's okay.
I can just picture Sheryl Swoopes scrolling through her phone in shock, mumbling, no way these players actually chose Indiana. But yes, it happened. Natasha Howard, Dawanna Borner, Sophie Cunningham, and even AJA Wilson's best friend, Sydney Colson, are all heading to the Fever. Indiana didn't just have a good free agency, they dominated it. And when Colson was asked why she signed with the Fever,
3 WNBA MVPs in your career, would you consider each of those 3 seasons as dominant seasons for yourself?
No.
Yeah, I can't. Bro, Sheryl Swoopes is willing to lie about her own career before she even admits that Caitlin is dominant.
Oh, the irony. Sydney Colson specifically mentioned wanting to play alongside Kelsey Mitchell, one of the very players Sheryl Swoopes had previously dismissed. And of course, she wanted to team up with Caitlin Clark. You know, the same Caitlin Clark that Swoopes confidently claimed would need years to adjust to the WNBA. Years, meanwhile, Clark is out here effortlessly dropping 40-point games, while Swoopes takes are aging worse than a gallon of milk left out in the sun.
No, but players who will be free agents next year, there's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
At this point, hating on Caitlin Clark has practically become a professional sport, and Sheryl Swoopes is going for the gold. In fact, she's probably sweeping the whole podium, taking gold, silver, and bronze, all while wearing a bitter expression as the Fever celebrate yet another major win. O, Caitlin won't translate to the WNBA, tell that to Indiana, who's stacking elite talent like they're assembling the Avengers. Clark isn't struggling, she's thriving. And the Fever? They're right there with her, proving every doubter, including Swoopes, completely wrong.
What it do, peeps? Sheryl Swoopes is been missing. Sheryl Swoopes is MIA. They got a APB out for Sheryl Swoopes. If you see Sheryl Swoopes, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave.
Let's be real, the reason some WNBA veterans and so-called legends can't stand Caitlin Clark is simple. She didn't wait her turn. She didn't ask for permission. She didn't tiptoe into the league with a timid I hope I fit in mindset. No, she walked in, shattered 62 records embraced the fans, and single-handedly took women's basketball to new heights. And that? Oh, that asterisk absolutely asterisk eats them up inside.
No, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Caitlin Clark didn't need anyone's approval to become the face of the sport. She just asterisk is dot asterisk. She has more global recognition than half the WNBA combined, and that's not her fault. That's what happens when you're a asterisk once in a generation asterisk talent. Sheryl Swoopes, Angel Reese, AJA Wilson, and the entire Auntie Clark brigade are just going to have to live with that. Because while they are busy complaining, Caitlin is out here making history, selling out arenas, and turning the Indiana Fever into asterisk the asterisk team everyone wants to play for. Just take a second to appreciate that the Indiana Fever, a team that was once ignored and irrelevant, is now the asterisk epicenter asterisk of women's basketball. A team nobody cared about a year ago is now the most exciting squad in the league. That's not just impact. That's undeniable proof of who really moves the needle.
Went even further when a game that Sheryl Swoopes was calling for the Dallas Wings, where the commentator was talking about how great Caitlin Clark had been playing. Sheryl Swoopes, silent for 60 seconds, didn't even want to address it. And it got so bad that the game that Dallas then went to play against the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark, after the domination of the Chicago Sky, Sheryl Swoopes got pulled from the broadcast.
So, Sheryl, what happened to asterisk? Players don't want to go to Indiana, asterisk. Who exactly were you talking to? The ghosts of teams past? Because real players, asterisk elite asterisk players, are signing with the Fever like it's the VIP section of an exclusive club. Did she really think Caitlin Clark would have to asterisk beg asterisk people to join her? Be serious.
It's going to be Caitlin Clark flash show. So it's going to be phenomenal playing with a point guard, like you said, that have a good vision on the court, because that's like, as soon as she get the ball in her hand, she's throwing it up because she already see the person down the court before she even get the ball in her hand. So that's one thing I love about her vision on the court. I really can't wait to catch all those passes and give her all the assists that she needs.
Somebody check on Sheryl, because she's clearly stuck in 2002, back when the Indiana Fever were scrambling to fill a roster like they were holding open tryouts at the local YMCA. Asterisk asterisk news flash asterisk asterisk times have changed. This isn't Tamika Catchings carrying a squad of part-time gym teachers to the playoffs. The Fever aren't struggling to recruit talent anymore. They're asterisk stacked. Asterisk Natasha Howard, a defensive powerhouse, a champion, and an offensive weapon all in one, didn't just sign with Indiana. She asterisk wanted asterisk to be here.
To be honest, I am just so excited to be here. I'm from the Midwest, and so for me to kind of get back to my roots and be close to my family, I'm so excited. Like, when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated, and I just like kind of feel like my spark is back. Everyone thinks I've been feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet, so this should be really fun. But for me, I'm excited to be closer to home. I'm excited to deep dive into the community of Indiana. I've already met a lot of really cool people. I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the community more. But I promise you that I'm just ready to just like win. I'm ready to win. I'm ready for y'all to be there. But like I said, you guys haven't even seen feisty yet.
DeWanna Bonner, a walking mismatch, a dominant scorer, and one of the WNBA's elite veterans. And what did she do the moment she got to Indiana? She jumped on Twitter and went to war with all the Fever haters, setting the tone asterisk before asterisk she even stepped on the court.
You know that I'm very excited, and I really agree with a lot of the moves the Indiana Fever have made. There's not been one trade or pickup that the Indiana Fever have made that I have not been on board with. I'm on board with every single one. And I just want to say, the fact that the Indiana Fever have gone out and got these great players like a Natasha Howard, like a DeWanna Bonner, like a Sophie Cunningham, the fact that they've gone out and got these great players shows that they believe Caitlin Clark is great right now. They are on board with the Caitlin Clark vision, and it just makes me happy because they're not treating Caitlin Clark like a rookie who is gonna be good in 10 years. No, they're treating her like a superstar who is good right now.
Sophie Cunningham, bringing the spice, the swagger, and enough trash talk to fuel an entire season. And guess who she asterisk wanted asterisk to play with? That's right, Caitlin Clark.
Fever. And by the way, every single narrative about the Fever is like whatever about them signing Sophie Cunningham, who they don't like. They love DeWanna Bonner. Like, these people, they signed DeWanna Bonner, and again, they were saying, like, we have actual people working for networks being like, DeWanna Bonner will never sign for the Fever for obvious reasons. And I'm like, what are the obvious reasons? Genuinely, what are the obvious reasons? They are basketball players.
Clip 12. And then there's Sydney Colson. Look, she's not out here dropping 25 a night, but she's about to turn that locker room into the most high-energy, electric environment the Fever have ever had. Chemistry? Through the roof. Do you see the pattern here? These aren't bottom-tier role players getting shuffled around for depth. These are legit WNBA stars and key contributors choosing Indiana. Choosing to play alongside the Fab Four, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. Meanwhile, Sheryl Swoopes is scrambling to defend yet another awful take while the Fever are quietly building something special. Maybe someone should get her an eye exam, because she clearly wasn't talking about Indiana. Maybe she meant the Las Vegas Aces, who are desperately trying to sell cheap tickets. Or the Chicago Sky, who just lost their leading scorer with no backup plan. Or perhaps the Connecticut Sun, a team imploding right before our eyes. Meanwhile, Indiana? They're not just here to participate. They're here to dominate.
It's it. I'm really trying here not to crash out, okay? I can't take too much more. I just said the other day, what did I say? Another bomb is Sunday. I said, this isn't it. You know, I can't wait to see what the next bomb would be. Didn't know this would be the bomb. Stephanie White ain't playing fair. I have to say it again. Stephanie White is not playing fair. She on one.
Now let's talk about A'ja Wilson, because this is where things get even funnier. A'ja, the so-called face of the WNBA, just watched her bestie, Sydney Colson, leave Las Vegas to team up with Caitlin Clark. Imagine waking up, checking Twitter, and realizing your right-hand woman just dipped to go play with the exact player you've been trying to downplay. Oh, the betrayal, the drama. This is prime reality TV material, except A'ja isn't even the main character anymore. Caitlin Clark is.
I was like in tears, y'all.
Sheryl Swoopes really thought she was about to drop some earth-shattering, league-altering wisdom with her free agency comments. She hopped on that podcast with the confidence of someone revealing top-secret information, but all she really did was expose her own credibility, or whatever was left of it. And honestly, at this point, are we even surprised? Sheryl is out here firing off bad takes like it's her second job. If there were a Hall of Fame for embarrassing predictions, she'd be a first ballot, unanimous selection.
Indiana Fever are officially title contenders. Every day they have something new for us in free agency. And today it's Miss DeWanna Bonner. Six-time WNBA All-Star and WNBA champ, a veteran in this game, can pretty much do it all. Also an enforcer, nasty defense. Should I continue? We have a new starting five. Caitlin at the 1, Kelsey at the 2, DeWanna at the 3, Natasha Howard at the 4, and Aaliyah Boston at the 5.
What's next? Is Sheryl going to claim Caitlin Clark isn't a generational talent? That Angel Reese is somehow the best player in the league? At this point, Sheryl could tell me water is wet, and I'd still feel the need to double-check. And now, with all these free agent signings, the Indiana Fever aren't just looking competitive, they're looking like the blueprint for success. The funniest part? The same players Sheryl confidently claimed wouldn't even consider Indiana are now packing their bags, ready to join the movement, saying, where do I sign?
Doesn't make any sense by any stretch of the imagination. In what way would you not want to play in Indiana? The place where you're getting sold out arenas, the most viewership on television, playing with a player who was top 3 in MVP voting as a rookie, who clearly elevates her teammates around her. She scores a lot, but she is also dishing out the ball, able to elevate everyone around her. Why wouldn't you want to be